administrator of Rakuten Atlassian tools and supporting developing tools. I joined Rakuten 2007 as a system infra engineer, and I'm called Kaji-san or Kaji from my colleagues. Next chapter is about Rakuten. As you know, we are already quite a global company. For example, more than half of newcomers are from abroad, and vice presidents of the CTO are all from abroad. And Mikitani-san said, mentioned, as you can see this, we have many subsidiaries deployed in a lot of areas of those companies. We are sure that in near future, each business will be more strongly collaborated. About our development tools, 2009, we had migrated to foreign tools as a past. On the other hand, this is the tools of each subsidiaries. You see that these various tools in each subsidiaries. So Miki-san said we have to integrate our development tools globally within a year. Why migrated? We need to integrate the way to procedure and our development style. If this integrates has done, it is real innovative and nice for developers. Next is why we choose Atlassian. We have those requirements. About tracking system, Rakuten is famous that we are using Redmine. Redmine is popular in Japan, but Redmine does not available those requirements. Especially, it should be seamless for linkage between SCM and collaboration tool. And for the view of syncing in worldwide, Jira is more used. So we choose Atlassian. What is Atlassian? Atlassian is a software company based in Australia. They develop many great software, such as developers. We use foreign tools for developing from Dismay. Jira, Jira Conference, Stash&Fisher, and Bamboo. Also, we use Jenkins as CI server. And these systems are authenticated by cloud. Today, I focus on Jira. It is a splendid product instead of the Redmine, and it is a project management tool, also a bug tracking tool. And it is used in Europe and US countries as a de facto standard. I introduced some screenshots of Jira. This is project overview. Issue view. This screenshot is a shortcut function. I think very great function. So you don't need to move in the edit view. This is why it gets to be easy and speedy with a quick typing. This is a query page. Jira has query language, which is called JQL. JQL is very awesome. We can find out any issue. This is a roadmap view. Jira can create a roadmap by automatic. This is a release note. Release note is also automatically created. I think this is very good. I would like to introduce advantage of Jira. I think Jira has 4 advantages with compared to Redmine. First advantage is a shortcut feature. Redmine clicking link is necessary for all actions such as editing, linking, or any changes. Having experienced the beauty of Jira shortcut, this is Redmine is very uncomfortable and stressful than we had expected. In the Jira case, for example, if you want to assign the developer, you can assign people with a key type and type developer's name. So we can assign the developer. And if we want to comment to issue, I have to type M key, and the comment box is displayed, and put on my comments into the issue. This is really effective, I think. Second advantage is inline editing feature. While we edit the issue, click the edit button, and issue is editing mode. This is amazing, and we feel less stress. This is a user response about inline editing. Jira starts to support this function from Jira 5.1. When I upgraded the Jira to 5.1, we got many positive comments. Sorry for in Japanese. The third advantage is application link feature. Application link means it can associate it and cooperate it between the Atlassian product. For example, Rakuten Jira and Rakuten Conference and Rakuten Jira and Stash on Git repository. When you check the issue on the Jira, you can access all commits, commit history, and documents for sure. Now each independent tools come to one development tools. This is an example of application linking Jira and Conference. Fourth advantage is reporting feature. Jira can create automatically a lot of reports such as a pipe chart, the number of issue, roadmap, release note, and so on. We are especially amazed at this function. Next chapter is what is dramatical change in Rakuten. We change the implementation to everything. Why we adopt the Atlassian product totally? The reason that application link function is awesome. This can provide a seamless linking for the issue and code review and make it linked is wiki and issue, so all associated and linked. It can bring the mutual usage without any stress for all tools. And I'll show you a few our examples. First episode is ID integration. Before we use cloud, cloud is authentication server for web applications. We have each account, each developer tools. We need to apply for each system. In many cases, engineers hate to write the application form. Furthermore, there are many complicated application forms to account creation and configure the permission or make a repository and so on. We have to wait a lot of time, like to the application home and operation, wait their work, and so on. We feel frustrating to wait for time to work. After CRUD, I integrated ID account by syncs automatically with Active Directory. Active Directory is managed by the Information System Department. Also, ID account is created automatically, automatic when they join Rakuten. Why we use CRUD? All subsidiaries do not connect intranet. It means that they do not have account in Active Directory. So I created their ID in CRUD internal database for subsidiaries. After CRUD, about the group, account is created by our automatically. We adapt the mailing list for the people setting on Jira. People setting is a group configuration, permission, or view editing, and so on. It's nearly developer want to get permission, or they have to do is subscribe the mailing list. And so that we are no longer required time to wait for application and operation. We are able to reduce waste time, and we are able to work from that day. Second episode is about isolated code. Isolated code is in Japanese 隔離されたコードね。Before we use fisheye and Git repository, we have some subversion server, but the ID is not synced at each server. We have 4 subversion server. We had 4 subversion server. Our account is managed by manually. It's unbelievable. Subversion repository and subversion repositories implemented access control at each repository, but only administrator can verify the permission config. And so it is hard to understand the permission. Program code is isolated. We cannot collaborate each other, and I think this situation is critical for us. And I think because of those issues that no one did not manage the overall environment until now. I want to resolve this situation. After fisheye, we can let us collaborate. Default setting, I granted permission to all developers, including overseas brothers. And just we can browse code, but this is very big change. It means that on the fisheye we can start discussion and review the code. We start to collaborate each other. And about the repository permission, now we have introduced the stash we can manage by ourselves. So that means that we can feel free to Git repository, and those problems are totally resolved. Third episode is change the reports. Before we use Jira, we manually had created reports, project progress, roadmap, and backlogs, and so on. But after Jira, Jira makes the team know how the project and their own tasks are going. Everyone has clear awareness on their progress. Roadmap. Roadmap is automatically created by Jira. You record fixed version into issue, roadmap is automatically created. We are able to report to stakeholder, and also we are able to confirm the progress. Backlogs. We can update the priority each task by dragging drop and them with using mouse. Here is a 0+ voice. This one. And this one. Izumori mentioned about authentication and about the Jira project management. Yasu says, thank you, Yasu. Fujiwara-san, Taichi have a session today, so やつは面白いんで見に行ってください。And Mitsu says that I found having a problem in Inquire GDT from here, linking. This is an issue collector ね、issue collector で実装しました。で、テリアさん is one of vice presidents of CTO in Rakuten. He says Jira progress is awesome. Thank you, Talia. And 大丈夫かな、あいつ。はい。technical challenge. Next chapter is technical challenge. Our technical challenge is 3 points. I would like to share you 3 stories. First, the first one is our Tomcat about Tomcat instance. As you know, Jira is implemented by Java application. We have a Rakuten standard Tomcat instance and VS standalone instance. Rakuten standard Tomcat instance has monitoring application is deployed. Normally, one Tomcat instance have monitoring application and our developing application ねがスタンダードで、but Atlassian does not support to deploy as application than Atlassian one on the same Tomcat instance. So that's what's happened. Where the glitches happened and the issue view is broken, such as and this is project browser view. When I click the category, nothing happens. Label edit is broken. When we try to edit or add a label on ticket details, the pencil icon does not respond to anything. How we recover? We have implemented in different way to monitoring Tomcat instance and with using Pandora FMS, and we moved to Jira to Atlassian standalone instance. Those problems are resolved. Second one is application link. Our environment require use proxy as Rakuten standard. Application link request is based on by base URL. Base URL is only base URL is on the internet. Base URL is same as domain name. Basically, we need to use proxy to go to internet. This is diagram. User can user access to conference Rakuten.com on the internet. This is base URL ね。で、Jira application link request to conference via proxy and response. The first, we set the JVM input arguments to use proxy in application link requests, but it does not work well. We analyze the proxy log. There is not access log from Jira. It means that it does not use proxy by strange behavior. I assume that it is a bug of Jira. So for how we recovered, that solution is very simple. We created a patch defaults in private network for application link in private network. Oh, sorry. I modify the hosted file. The result is private IP address. So user to access to conference level Rakuten, Jira application request to conference private IP address to private IP address. はい。Third challenge is not support clustering. Jira do not support clustering. Joshua, who is the product manager of Jira, Atlassian that they will not support it. They think failover is enough for high availability. Our concern about we have to keep availability uptime is 99.95% as Rakuten standard. We think clustering is important because when we high load, we have to keep service and to keep high availability. And as fast as a temporary configuration for servers done, we implement a configuration called standby. And to prepare when high load, we select the enhancer of the server spec. We can't I want to request to Atlassian. We want to implement the clustering as officially by Atlassian for high load and for keep high availability. Next chapter is a key factor of successful migrating. I think we have four key factors about success. First one is, as you know, Englishnization. We can get the three benefits with promoting Englishnization as company policy. And localization can reduce a lot of time and cost, as I tell you point. Not requires a translation and not requires a Japanese manual. And Atlassian University, do you know Atlassian University? Which is e-learning tool prepared by Atlassian. This is very useful and beneficial for the person just started to learn the Atlassian product. Moreover, this is supported with English, so we can apply as it is. And we are able to talk directly with the Atlassian guys, and we are able to get the latest information. Next key factor is democratic project execution. When we think about the task from backlog, we use to both function, which is the more developers want, the more priority on the tasks they can get. This can make customers satisfied at the maximum. And Nixon mentioned that issue collector can collect a customer voice. Many people using Jira for the first time in Rakuten. We implemented it, and the developer can inquire from everywhere when they browse Jira. When you click the link, directly inquiry to our project. Third key factor is agile style. Rakuten has some common concept of value. One is always improve, always advance. In Japanese, 常に改善、常に前進。I'm sure that it is the same concept as agile development. And it is a Rabbit board feature on Jira. I am opening this function to all developers and all users. This brought me the following advantage. One is that transparency can help to have our situation understood. Second is our progress is easy to understand on the project. Third one is we can make a discussion about the task's priority. This is our backlogs. And Rabbit board remains as what should I do, and we are able to check the everything, who is in charge, what is the status. We say just please check here. This is our Rabbit board. Fourth key factor is team member. Our project, I introduced my team member. My team member is 3 people as a specialty. 僕ね、梶原ね。and 広文高橋、his nickname is Hiroto as engineer, and temporary staff help us. I wish he would become a regular employee. We are real ability guys, only 3 people, but we have deployed our Atlassian tools in some speed. We are real back to venture. In fact, we are very hardworking, but we have enjoyed more than anyone else. As a result, we are nominated Rakuten Award. Furthermore, Hiroto is a second-year new graduate employee. I think, given the opportunity, engineer is grown. I think our project is real Rakuten way. Result. The first of all, you can see the Rakuten Jira growth chart here. It is very increasing for converting, and we start to use Jira from this May, only about 6 months. The number of projects about 300, and the number of issues are 23 times, indeed as much as it's used to. I'm talking about Rakuten Insurance development section, which changed to the development for Agile combined with Jira. It increased dramatically the release times. And regarding this result, in Ichiba development section, they decided to convert to Jira for management within this year. And in the near future, all development unit and group are used to Jira and conference and stash. Next chapter is our next step. As you can see, I think our project next step is following. First, now we just install the Jira, so I want to more utilize and customize to Jira to implement it to all workflow and so on. The second, we want to more closely with overseas subsidiaries. I think Stash can let us collaborate like GitHub. Third one is some legacy tools remain. I want to abolish those tools to get effectivity. And fourth one is R-Atlassian tools have some work to use or keep those tools. For example, new Jira project creation and so on. I want to establish automatic work scheme. We are searching Atlassian administrator. If you are interested in, please contact me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kajihara-san. If anyone has any questions for him, please raise your hand and we will hand you the microphone.
Hi, I just want to know how did you come to how do you come to the decision to use Jira and Confluence for your agile development? Do you actually look at like other alternative tools before you finally decide on using Jira? Do you look like other alternative tool, other different kind of tools for agile development before finally deciding on using Jira? Why did you choose Jira?
I think two factors. One is application link. Jira, Greenhopper is awesome だった。まず。で、Jira and アプリケーションリンクはJira と、other tool can リンケージ例えばコラボレーションツールとかチャットツールが can connect だった。だからso that Jira can connect チャットツール and wiki collaboration tool and repository. So we are I think it is very comfortable. So we choose Jira. Okay ですか?
Thank you very much.
So thank you very much.
Does anyone have any questions?
When you talked about ID integration, there was one point where you said that all a person has to do is to subscribe to a mailing list. To subscribe to a mailing list. Mm-hmm. Could you give some detail about the background of that?
Active Directory is managed by information section.
Okay.
We are developer tools.
Mm-hmm.
We can't edit the we cannot give us permission to write Active Directory.
Mm-hmm.
So, but group we have to create some group for permissions.
Okay. For repository permissions.
で、but we can't modify the Active Directory group ね。なので、メーリングリスト can create it by ourselves by web application. So, Active Directory in the group, mailing list is distribution group. で、we adapt the distribution group as permission.
Okay.
そうすると、it is very comfortable.
So, if someone wants to get permission to add to a repository, but they shouldn't, where is the security there?
これ between you and me ね。組織の圧力というか、なんて言ったらいいんでしょうかね、これ。よし、ヒロト、イングリッシュ、プリーズ。
So there is a very severe sectionalism with us and the IT department.
その通りです。
Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions?
As you said, Rakuten is a kind of famous. A lot of people in Rakuten use Redmine as a bug tracking, and I imagine it's gonna be difficult to migrate from Redmine to
Yeah.
other issue tracking tool,
Yes.
and some people will complain about it. How did you persuade such people?
I think to I have a two way. One is migration tool develop by officially Atlassian so via scenes request でもう一つはもう一つって英語でなんて言うんだっけ。そうだ on the other hand on the other hand we are developing we will develop migration tool by ourselves. If a developer wants this function, so I would like to start discussion and start to develop the migration tool. This. Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions? Okay, thank you for. Oh,
Oh.
これ日本語では大丈夫ですか？
全然もうはいもうその方が
その方がいいですか？そうですね、アジャイルスタイル取り入れたっていう話なんですけど、結構アジャイルスタイルってあんま初心者向けじゃないというか、
そうですね
というイメージで、なんかちょっとしんどいじゃないですか、
はい
やると。とすると、まあ、普通組織の中でちょっと初心者っぽい人はなんか取り残された雰囲気になってしまったり、いろいろ問題が起こると思うんですけど、その辺はどういうふうに。
僕たちはテンポラリースタッフの西さんと彼と3人のチームだったので、よくそのハードルをすることができたので、よかったなということと、完全に、新規に設立された組織だったので、本当に好きにすることができたということと、あと私たちには川口さんというジェンキンス作った人じゃないですよねの、アジャイラエヴァンジェリストの川口康信さんという人がいて、彼がいつもコーチしてくれるので、なんとかできたというような形ですね。
他のセクションではまあそんな感じじゃなくて、まあ
他のセクションについては私よく情報もシェアしてないんですけれども、基本的にはアジャイルスタイルでどんどん移行していく予定になっています。はい。
does anyone have any questions? Thank you for those wonderful questions. So it's time to move on. Thank you very much, Kajihara-san.
ありがとう。Thank you very much.
So now we will have a break. After the break, the next session will begin at 3 p.m. with Mr. Shugo Maeda as a guest speaker. Mr. Maeda's presentation is titled Refinements, A New Future of Ruby. We will also have other sessions on the